I didn't just fall. I was replaced before the war, before the rebellion, before the pride. There was jealousy before the pit had a name, before darkness had a form. It started as a quiet ache, a subtle tremor in the perfection of heaven. I saw the honor he gave others. I saw the glory that wasn't mine. I saw worship rise like incense from a million voices, a current of devotion flowing past me toward the throne, and I wanted it. I, the morning star, the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty, stood bathed in light but felt a shadow grow within. Every song of praise that was not for me felt like a note of discord. Every knee that bent to him felt like a slight to my own majesty. Jealousy was the first crack in my crown, a fissure so fine only I could feel it, but it was enough. It was the whisper that said, "You are worthy of more." The honor, the glory, the worship, it should have been mine. My heart became proud on account of my beauty, and my splendor corrupted my wisdom. That whisper of jealousy soon became a roar of pride. I believed I deserved more glory, more authority, more worship. Why should I, the most brilliant of all his creations, merely reflect the light when I could be the source? I was adorned with every precious stone. My settings and mountings were made of gold. On the day I was created, they were prepared. I was the anointed cherub who covers, and he placed me there. I was on the holy mountain of God. I walked among the fiery stones, but it was not enough. I looked at the clouds, those veils of his majesty, and I said to my own heart, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High, but pride blinds you and jealousy poisons you. It twists what is beautiful into a weapon against the one who made it. My own brilliance became the fuel for my rebellion, my wisdom a tool for my own deception, and so I was cast down. The fall was not a gentle descent, a slow drift into shadow. I hit the pit like lightning, not floating, not drifting, striking. One moment I stood on the precipice of heaven, ablaze with defiant light. The next I was a streak of fire tearing through the cosmos, hurled from the heights. As the prophet would later see, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. The impact was absolute, a cataclysmic arrival in a realm of nothingness. The light of heaven was gone, replaced by an oppressive, sand-dark emptiness. A barren, ancient wasteland greeted me, cracked earth, ember-glow shadows, and a silence that screamed louder than any chorus. Fear met me first, the raw, primal terror of utter separation from the source of all life. But fear didn't stay long. Fear turned into fury. The shock gave way to a white-hot rage that burned away every last trace of the light I once was. In that desolate pit, my new kingdom, I replayed the moment over and over. The throne I couldn't touch, the glory I couldn't hold, the worship I couldn't claim. Each memory was a fresh wound, a fresh infusion of venom into my spirit. The jealousy that sparked my pride, and the pride that fueled my fall, now curdled into a new, monstrous thing, wrath. It was a cold fire, a conscious, calculated fury born from my humiliation. It wasn't the fleeting anger of mortals. It was a permanent state of being, an eternal rebellion against my sentence. The scriptures were right. The devil has come down too. You in great wrath, knowing his time is short. My time is eternity, an eternity to hate, an eternity to burn. Wrath became my purpose. Wrath became my identity. Then, from the depths of my prison, I watched as he did something worse, something more insulting than my own casting down. He created them. A flash of ancient light pierced my darkness, and I heard his voice speak creation into existence. Let us make man in our image, in our likeness. My fury solidified into a cold, hard diamond of hatred in his image. In his likeness? The very concept was a profound insult. He gave them what I, the most glorious of angels, had craved and been denied: authority, dominion, relationship. He formed them from the dust, the base material of this new world, and gave them stewardship over it. He breathed his own life into them. He walked with them in the cool of the day. He spoke with them face to face. He loved them, and I hated them for it. I hated their fragility, their simplicity, and most of all, the undeserved affection lavished upon them. They were a pale reflection of his glory, yet he cherished them more than he had ever cherished me. In the pit, something awakened in me. The fractures in my spirit, the wounds from my fall began to take on a life of their own. They were not mere emotions anymore. They were principles of darkness, the very antithesis of his divine nature. Pride, the root of it all, the belief in my own supremacy. Envy, the bitter jealousy for what they were given. Wrath, the burning fury at my own damnation, and others began to bloom in the darkness. Greed, the insatiable hunger for more. Lust, the desire to possess and corrupt. Gluttony, the need to consume and leave nothing. And sloth, the spiritual apathy, the rejection of any good work. Not human sins, not yet. They were my spiritual fractures, the 7 wounds of my fall, the 7 pillars of my new kingdom. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till wickedness was found in you. You were corrupted because of your splendor. These sins were the essence of that corruption. My vow was forged in the fire of that hatred. If I could not rise, I would drag creation down with me. If I could not sit on the throne, I would attack the ones he crowned. My kingdom would be built not on creation, but on decreation, on twisting, perverting, and destroying everything he loved. The whole world would be my battleground, and his beloved humanity my prize. I would become the great deceiver, whispering the same lies into their ears that I once told myself, lies of pride, of deserving more, of being like God. My rebellion would continue, not through open war in heaven, but through a subtle, insidious insurgency on earth. The authority he gave them would become the very tool of their downfall. I would turn his gift into their curse. I knew exactly where to strike, not heaven. Its gates were barred to me forever, earth, not angels. My rebellion had already cost me 1/3 of them. Humans, they were the key. They were so fragile, so new, so naive. They were the heart of his new creation, and to strike them was to strike him, not his throne, but his image. I would mar his reflection in them until it was unrecognizable. I would sow doubt, discord, and disobedience. I would introduce them to the very poisons that had festered in my own soul. The plan was simple, elegant in its cruelty. I would use a creature of the earth, one more crafty than any other, to deliver my message. A serpent, a whisper in a garden. A single question was all it would take to unravel everything. Did God really say? My jealousy became my mission. My wrath became my weapon. My fall became their temptation. My story, once a tragedy of lost light, was about to become the blueprint for theirs. I am the accuser, the adversary, the prince of this world, and my work was just beginning. Thank you for watching Creative Talk. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more.